Odell Beckham Jr. has basically gotten himself. He's pulled Antonio Brown. I don't want to be here anymore, and now he's not. He's not in Cleveland, and he could get waived. He could clear waivers.
Did they release him?
No, but he could. They're not like
Okay.
He's not coming to practice anymore, and people are trying to figure out, well, what are they going to waive him? If he gets waived, would anyone even pick him up? He's expensive. It's possible he clears.
That's crazy,
waivers.
Man.
So let's say let's say he clears waivers, and the Niners could call him up and be like, "Look, we're interested at a price. Would you be willing to come over here at this price?" And maybe Odell Beckham loves Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo. Who knows? Funny things have happened. What are the pros and cons of the Niners going into business with Odell Beckham Jr. in your opinion?
Well, before I address that, I do want to say, if you think about it, outside of Debo and Ayuk, there really hasn't been a receiver that's really done anything. I mean,
and that includes Kittle, man. He's really been out since the beginning. He's been hurt.
So, and that'll definitely give us another option. You know what I'm saying? In terms of if and when Kittle gets hurt, because he will. Unfortunately,
I mean, you saw what Emmanuel Sanders did for this offense. This guy's better than Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah.
And so you give me Ayuk, Debo, and Beckham. Hey, rock with it. And before people say about his attitude or he's a cancer, I'm pretty sure once he gets here that like John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, they're not gonna have that. Because look, and I'm sure he's heard about Kyle Doghouse, so he don't want to be there. You see what I'm saying? So I would think he get his act together. But he would definitely help the team in the event for the full player price, for the right price. I mean, I definitely go ahead and give him a look. I don't think it's going to happen, though. But
all right, here, let me do the cons in. It seems to me that he's not happy unless he gets a lot of targets. And you could argue that he deserves them. I mean, you could argue he deserves them. His dad just put together that video of him being open all the time. Okay, fine. But if you go into business with Odell, you have to be committed to keeping him happy, which means giving him the ball a lot. And that would come at the expense of Deebo Samuel right now. Deebo's getting a ton of targets, and maybe he should get fewer because he's got a calf injury right now. But I don't know. Like, would you be comfortable with Odell being the top target, like moving Deebo into a secondary role and moving Kittle into a third banana role? Because I think that's what's necessary when you have Odell on your team. You can't play him like the number 2 or 3 guy, which is what Cleveland did. He'd rather not be on that team because they were winning. I mean, they're essentially a good team. And he's like, I don't want to play for this team. So the Niners aren't even winning. They would have to be committed to really giving him the ball a lot. And would that be cool with Deebo, who hasn't gotten paid yet? I don't know, man. There's a lot of egos on the 49ers right now. And Odell has a bigger one. It's complicated.
I thought about something as you were talking, man. Like,
okay,
I don't know. What if Odell was like, hey, I'll come over along with Jimmy at the starter? You know what I mean? Because I mean, because think about it. Jimmy struggles. Lemmy. I like to call him Lemmy G. Shout out Panama Queen. So it's going to be an issue. But I will say this, though. It is possible to have 3 playmakers at your receivers and have a real good balanced attack, a la the Cardinals.
You're absolutely right. You spread the ball around, and it helps everyone out. Kittle's injured, Debo's injured. Spread the ball around.
Exactly. So
I guess I just thought of something, man. Because you brought that up. So I don't think Odell Beckham would have like an opinion on Trey Lance at this time. Hasn't seen him very much, but he'd be the kind of guy. If they lost one game, he'd say he might say something. Hey, well, I really like this kid at quarterback. He would be the one to.
Hey, but you know what? Teams need that. Teams need a vet to say, "Hey, man, look, we suck right now." You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to play the kid.
You need to get. I mean, let's go. I'm saying
you guys are stuck in 2019.
Right. So I mean, who knows, man? I don't think it's gonna happen. But if he came over, would I embrace it? Yeah, of course. He's another threat.
That's the thing. Like a large part of me says it's a bad idea. It won't work. But the other part of me is like, I don't know, man. Shake it up. This locker room needs something different. I shake it up, man. Why not? I don't. So anyway, I'm glad we did the pros and cons. I haven't decided what's the right thing to do, but this team is so stuck in the past. A big move like this to bring in someone to think about the future that wasn't connected to that Super Bowl loss could help.
I'm just like, that might be the one.
I don't know if he's the right guy, but it might be. It might be.
I mean, who else out there though?
That's right. He's the guy right now.